Hello, this is Nicole with Angelic Therapy and Healing, bringing you a general weekly reading for the week of Monday, June 27th through Sunday, June 3rd. I can't believe it's almost July 4th here in the United States. We are flying by and almost halfway through the year. So let's go ahead and see what's going to be in store for everyone this week. I am going to be pulling from Doreen Virtue's Archangel Power Tarot deck, her Archangel Michael deck, and also her Magical Messages from the Fairies deck. So I've already prayed over the cards, shuffled them. I've asked that everyone receives at least one message. And this is a reading for a large audience. So if you would like a reading with details just specific to you and your situation, you can schedule a private reading on my webpage. I will put the link below, and great, you guys can see this. And I will also embed it in the video. Now, when you go to schedule your private reading, if the method of payment doesn't match your client information form, make sure you put your detail in the bottom. There's a comment section in the client information form, so that way I can match your payment up with your form. Because every once in a while, I actually have a client pending right now that's sitting out there who has made a payment but has not filled out a client information form. So you need to complete the full process in order to get your reading scheduled as quickly as possible. So when you go to the web page, you click on the Book Now link, you will fill out the client information form and make your payment via the payment PayPal buttons that are there. And again, if your method of payment does not match your name on your client information form, make sure you put that in the comment section so I can match you up, get in touch with you quickly, and get you scheduled and get things going. So let's go ahead and see what we've got. Okay. Okay, so they are congratulating a number of you, because they're saying a number of you, you've let things go. You've let things go on your own accord. And they're saying for some of you, you've not completely let it go. So, okay. So what they're saying is this first card, which is Five of Michael, and at the bottom it says, the situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So there are some of you that are in a situation that you're still struggling to let it go. You know it doesn't make you happy. It's a job that makes you miserable. It's a relationship that's not working. And you know it's not right for you, you're not happy, you're miserable, but you're holding on to it, you're clinging to it out of comfort, out of fear of the unknown, out of worries of, what's the future going to hold. So for some of you, it's a job, you're miserable. You're afraid to look elsewhere because it's comfort. Because they're saying, those of you that it's a job situation, it's not money. You're worried about finances, but you're actually going to make more. For some of you, you're afraid to take the leap to start your own business. So your entrepreneurial spirit has kicked in and you've been thinking about starting your business, but you've been hesitant because you're afraid, you're fearful. They're saying it is time for you to take that leap of faith. And this card, Archangel Michael, he's standing at the top of a mountain. And they're saying, take the leap of faith. In this card, you can see the sun's there, you can see there's water. Leap into the light. They're saying leap into the light because your bliss awaits you. Your fear is holding you back from the things that they have aligned for you and prepared for you to make you happy, to make your dreams come true. The light, the joy, the bliss, the happiness. So for those of you that are staying stuck in a miserable relationship, in your heart it's not good for you. You've gotten tons of signs. And same for those of you that are stuck in a job or you're hesitant to move forward in this new business venture. You're staying stuck out of fear. Some are staying stuck out of comfort, but you've been getting a lot of signs for a long time, but you keep holding on. They're asking you to stop holding on. Take that leap of faith because you already know in your heart. They're saying for a lot of you, this has gone on for so long. It's not like this is just a whim. It's not like just suddenly in the past, few weeks or the past month, you've been unhappy. And for some of you, it's not even just like it's been the past couple months. It's been unhappy. But they're sick because life, you know, life has ebbs and flows. We have great days. Sometimes we have really crappy days. It's part of life's cycle. It's how we grow, how we develop, how we become, and for some of us, it's how we become more compassionate and loving toward others. But, you know, we're all going to have our ups and downs. It's just part of life. But they're saying for those of you that this is a situation, you've been in this for a long time, months and years, and you know there's something better for you. So trust, take that leap of faith toward what is better for you, because you'll be very pleased by what they have in store for you. Now, for some of you, and we're going to skip around a little bit, so that way we'll keep the messages clear and not be jumping back and forth. Now, for some of you, again, you know how they start out and they were saying congratulations to those of you who have finally taken that leap and let that go, let that stuff go, that person go, that job go, those things that were making you miserable. Be it, for some of you, it was your decision. For some of you, the decision was made for you. But that was all part of the divine plan. They purposefully took that from you because that person was not good for you. That job was not good for you. That relationship, that situation, they have something so much better. They have bliss, they have happiness, they have joy, they have the light, they're pointing this out. Okay. They have everything that your hopes and dreams, everything that you've ever wanted. But you need to open your arms. And if you can see, if it'll zoom in at all. If you can see this angel, she has her arms completely wide open. She's got love, bliss, light radiating from her heart center. So they're commending you on taking that leap, but you haven't fully let go is what they're saying. So, okay. So for some of you, okay, they're saying a small number of you that did take the leap on your own, congratulations. But because you've not seen what the future holds, you're starting to have fear, you're starting to have regret, you're starting to look back and question, did I make the right decision? Did I not make the right decision? Oh my gosh, did I mess up? No, you did not mess up. It's just divine timing is at play. That's all. They're getting that new love of your life ready for you. They're getting that new job ready for you. They're getting things in alignment. They're getting things ready for you. Now, for those of you that did not make the decision, where the decision was made for you because the divine just stepped in and took control of the situation, same thing. You're holding on. You're not completely letting go because you've got a lot of regret, sorrow, sadness. You still keep thinking about, oh, well, I could have done this better, or I could have done that better. And, you know, I wouldn't be in the situation where I am now, looking for a new partner, or wishing, longing for that partner, or looking and hoping for a new position, new career. You're causing yourselves blocks is what they're saying. So for those of you, they took that person from you because that person was not good for you. Same thing, you knew that for years. You knew that for years. Not the right person for you at all. For those of you that it was not the right career, not the right work environment, you knew that for years. But you kept clinging and holding on to it. So God, the angels, they stepped in, they took that from you. Completely yanked the rug out from underneath your feet. But that is because they're trying to propel you forward into something better. But now, since you're stuck in this place of wondering, why did this happen? What did I do wrong? You know, you're not opening up to embrace the things that are going to be coming into your life. So they can't bring those things into your life until you finally let go. Let go. You're not going to get back with that person, ever. You're not ever going to be happy in that work environment. Things in that work environment are never going to be in alignment with who you are. You're never going to be happy there. So take that leap of faith to move forward. And they're saying a number of you with the whole job situation. Some of you are still like in the company. Some of you are still in a place. But it's still not in alignment with who you are. It's not bringing you joy. It's a job. It's a job you're not happy in going and doing. They have something so much better for you. But you're going to have to let go of the release. You're going to have to let go and release the anger, the resentment, the frustration, the sorrow, the looking at it as though it was, missed opportunity, because it wasn't. It was a blessing. It was a blessing. It's time for you to move forward now. So they're encouraging you this week. Finally, let it go. For those of you that are still standing up on that ledge, take that leap. For those of you that have taken the leap, be it your own accord or by the divine stepping in. This week, finally let it go. Let it go so you're ready for the future. Because if you can do that, you will be celebrating. We have 3 of Raphael. Reasons to celebrate: a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. So for some of you, congratulations, because we have, oh my gosh, for the past 6, 9, 12 months been going through a whole lot of changes. Many of us, changes in work, changes with family, changes with love, just changes with our living situation, just tremendous amount of changes. So for a lot of you that jumped off that ledge, that let that person, that job, that situation go, and opened your arms wide, this is the week where things are going to start coming in. You're going to start seeing things to celebrate. And for some of you, this is saying that, you're getting ready to start celebrating in anticipation of the holiday. And for those of you that are still kind of stuck on the ledge, still kind of wondering why, and looking at things with regret and sorrow and sadness, if you can get yourselves out of this place this week, you're going to have reasons to celebrate. You're going to be blissful. For some of you, it's going to lead to marriage, and it's going to lead to children. So they're saying for those of you that it was love related. So for those of you that, you keep holding on to this person that makes you unhappy, miserable, not right for you, or those of you that had that person taken out of your life, it's because they're bringing a love of a lifetime into your life for you. That person you are going to marry. A number of you are going to have children with that person. You're going to have so many reasons to celebrate. They're saying that you're going to start to sail the seas of a joyful life. But you've got to let it go. Now, for those of you who are just in a situation, maybe it's not a huge situation, but they're saying for some of you, you're contemplating asking for promotion. It's, smaller things. Maybe you're contemplating, for some of you, a move, they're saying. Move. Some of you, you're still contemplating, do I take that leap? Some of you are contemplating, why did this happen? Really trying to evaluate and question, why and how can you fix it? And for those of you that are just in a situation and trying to make a decision, they're encouraging you this week to get outside in nature. The bottom of it reads, you're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. So when we are outdoors, we are able to more clearly and easily receive guidance from above. So, we're able to get those, creative thoughts and that intuition, that guidance, that information. We get signs. There are a lot of signs out in nature. Oftentimes the angels will speak to us with animals. I find if I'm contemplating something, they frequently speak to me with birds. Well, when I'm not hearing them talk to me, they talk to me a lot. But they'll also use animals sometimes. So, I was working on something that was pretty challenging last month, and it was not an easy thing for me to do. Not an easy thing for me to do. It took a lot of courage and strength to muster up to move forward with this thing that I was going to be doing. And it was a very, very difficult decision for me to do because it was huge and difficult and something I didn't want to have to do. So, as I'm sitting here and I'm putting things together to do this and conquer this, mountain, I was fearful and I didn't want to do it. And when I'm sitting here, all of a sudden I kept hearing this noise, this annoying little tap. And I kept ignoring it. And then I got to the point I just couldn't ignore it anymore. So I turned around, and I have these glass French doors in my living room, and this hummingbird was like hitting the window, and it wouldn't stop. And I looked at it, and then I looked away to focus again on what I was doing, and it continued to tap on the window. And then I looked back at it again. I realized, that's a sign they're trying to give me. So I looked it up. So I looked up the meaning. And so if you have a situation with an animal, you just go to Google and you type, for me, I put hummingbird spiritual meaning, and it brought up what the hummingbird means and what the messages the angels are what they were trying to bring me. And a hummingbird signifies strength, courage, being fearless. So that was a sign from them to buckle down and keep moving forward, because I meant to do this. No matter how hard it was for me to do, I had to do it. So go outside, walk in nature, contemplate the situation, contemplate the things you need to let go, contemplate the decision you're trying to make. Ask that the angels give you some guidance, give you some signs. They will do that. You will get that when you're out in nature. You're not going to get that sitting in your, your living room, your kitchen. Especially, we all have intuition. And a lot of us, like many of you that are contemplating a situation, once you get the clear sign, you'll be like, oh, I knew that the whole time. I knew that's what I was supposed to do. Because we all have intuition. But we all have intuition at different levels. So some of us might be like kindergarten. Some of us might be grad school. We're all at different levels. So if you're not able to clearly hear them in all your intuitive senses aren't fully opened, the best way to get the signs is to get outside. So they're encouraging you to do that. Now, next card we have is assertiveness. Bottom says, stand up for your beliefs and only say yes to what you really want. Okay, so they're saying there's a number of you out there that have been, doing things out of obligation. You've been doing things because you feel guilted into doing it. You feel obligated to do it. You don't want to do it. So for some of you with these relationships with the person that's not meant for you, you continue to stick with them because you feel obligated to. For some of you, they guilt you. Maybe it's they tell you they can't financially get along without you, or they tell you that you're going to leave them in such a poor situation. But they guilt you. You feel obligated. And for some of you, it's not a relationship situation. Just for some of you, you are doing things like with family. So it could be a smaller scale, they're saying. So maybe this upcoming week, preparing for the holiday, the July 4th holiday, maybe you don't want to go to that cookout. Maybe instead you want to go and spend time in nature, taking a walk to figure out what in the world am I going to do. Don't say yes that you're going to go to the cookout. Graciously decline, thank them for the kind offer, and get outside so you can figure out how you're going to get rid of the situation so you can move forward to a celebration. They say stand up for yourself. So a lot of you have been putting up with a person who is not good for you, a lover or partner who's not good for you. Some of you have been putting up with treatment from a loved one, from a family member that you don't deserve. And for some of you, you've been putting up with a situation at work that doesn't serve you either. And you're not standing up for yourself. And they're encouraging you to stand up for yourself. Now, they're not saying be aggressive. Aggressive is not assertiveness. Aggressiveness comes from harsh. And people that are aggressive, typically it stems from like fear. So you're trying to protect what's yours. Not to come from a place of aggression, but a place of assertiveness. So standing up in love to make sure that everything is fair and everyone gets what they deserve, including you. Because they're saying that there's a number of you that... Okay. So for those of you that have had to let a person go, for some of you that are contemplating letting a person, situation, position go, some of you have been purposefully dodging it. So they're saying some of you have been purposefully coming up with all these other obligations to keep you from focusing and figuring out what to do, what your next steps are. But some of you have had all these things coming up that you say yes to, these obligations coming up that you say yes to, that are again keeping you from focusing to get your messages, to get what your next step is, to know where do I go from here. So you need to stand up for you, for what's good for you, what's going to help you have your arms open to what's going to make you happy, what's going to bring in a celebration, what's going to bring in a new beginning. Stand up for yourself. And for those of you that have put up with a person that's not treating you well, situation, stand up for yourself. You deserve better. You deserve to be loved, treated with respect. You deserve to be in a work environment that's respectful. You deserve to have your family members treat you with respect. So stand up for yourself. Set some boundaries. We should always come from a place of love. But even Jesus was not a doormat. We are not doormats. So if someone's not treating us the way that we deserve, we owe it to ourselves to stand up in a loving way and set boundaries or walk away from that. Because that's loving to ourselves. last card we have is New Beginnings and a Fresh Start. And at the bottom, hopefully it'll zoom in, it says a little prayer at the bottom. Thank you for bringing new opportunities and offering support, and for helping me release and heal my past. Fill me with trust as I experience these life changes. So again, they're just reaffirming that that stuff, that person, that job, those things had to go in order to bring in the happiness, the joy, the bliss, the family, the business venture of yours, your children. I think we had a reading like a week or 2 weeks ago where it was talking about some of you are going to start having children, and your children they're ready for you to move forward with a divine love partner. So it's almost like they're like, okay, come on, get outside, figure this out, because I'm waiting to come down there. I'm waiting. So be open to it. Ask that they help you finally release anything that's holding you back, any blocks that are holding you back, so that you are fully prepared to move forward. And let's see, they want me to flip over this deck. And they told me to pull 2 of these decks and grab the cards that are on the bottom. Well played. Okay, so let it go. Let those things go. Those things are not good for you. And that's another thing that this card is, again, let it go, let it go, let it go. Once you let it go, your dreams are going to come true. You are the genie. You are the magician. You have laid the foundation to have your dreams come true. You're just going to have to let this stuff go. And you do have the power to do that, because a lot of you are doubting yourselves. And they're saying, so for some of you, you had a person taken out of your life. Not good for you. They're bringing in a divine love partner for you, but you're blocking yourself because you keep looking at, what was and things in the past. For some of you, you don't think you're worthy of those things because of what that person had said to you. It's time to believe in yourself again, to know that you're amazing, to remember those things. It's time to completely let that go. And it's time to not give up, because they're saying some of you are you're just so upset and frustrated with how things turned out, how things happened, that you just want to just give up. So for some of you, maybe you were put in a new department at work, or maybe you lost that person that you had been trying to be with or trying to stay with for so long. And they took that from you because they're trying to bring you these blessings. They're trying to make your dreams come true. That person, that job, it's not your dreams come true. It's not going to fulfill you. It's not going to bring you your bliss, your happiness. So they took it away. Wiped the slate clean. But now you're so upset and frustrated that you've just given up hope. That you're just staying stuck in unhappiness, misery. And for some of you, you're like, okay, I had my heart broken so much, I refuse to move forward. I'm just going to be single the rest of my life. That is not what you're meant to do. You are meant to start new beginnings, a fresh start, move forward with a new partner. For many of you, they have a divine partner for you. And a number of you, you know who that person is. So don't stay stuck in unhappiness. You have the power and you're meant to move forward. And for some of you, with career, with situations starting your own company, with same thing, having things taken from you, and you're so frustrated and upset, you're just staying stuck where you are because you just don't have the strength to move forward, because it's been a hard, difficult time. And again, they are commending you because you let it go. Even if you didn't let it go on your own, you let it go. And they're saying congratulations on that. Let us hold your hand and carry you forward into your new beginning. But you're going to have to give them your hand, because right now they're saying a number of you you're just spent. You're out of energy. You've given it all you can. You're out of energy. You just don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. You can't figure out where to go from here. You just don't have the strength in you. You don't have any power left to move forward. You do have the power. You do have the strength. They're going to help you. They're going to help you remember that. And if you need to figure out how, get outside in nature this week, and they're going to help you. So I do hope that helps everyone. And again, if you want to schedule a private reading, you can do that on my webpage. And I do wish you all an amazing week filled with a lot of love, joy, and blessings.